like 62, 65, I saw.
Yeah, like 2 days. We're supposed to have a nice weekend, but that was better.
At least it's bright. Stop. Yesterday, last night was windy.
Well, they were doing football here. It took forever because drenched at the top. No, she couldn't.
Yeah.
She didn't have the wood.
Blowing up.
Yeah. But I haven't got my door.
Very, very windy. No, nobody wants it. Nothing, nobody.
My little Yorkie doesn't care if it's raining or snowing. Just walk around like,
I have a Newfoundland that lives mountain
oh
dogs.
my gosh, they're giant.
So
They get frozen mustaches too.
oh yeah,
If I have,
they love, they'll just lay out. Like, have a bribe with cheese or whatever. There we go.
How you doing?
It's been a while since I've been up there.
Yes.
That's a good thing. I'm
You'll
trying to
see.
design around the variant.
That's what you do.
I am here. Thank you. They mailed it to me for some reason.
They ran my photo, they mixed it up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Everybody take their candle. This is, which is your candle?
Cindy Wilson Ewing.
So this is mine, okay.
That's yours.
That's yours.
yours?
No, that's your, this is yours. That must be,
You want to split it? 'Cause I got a
you
bunch.
can take it. I have mine here, so.
right.
fine.
Okay. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When the hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium, and if they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearings, board members have visited most of these properties. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal to address any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, the hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end till 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will get a chance to be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
We have 3 postponements. Hearing 19, appeal number 24-84, Sakina and Syed Madid. Hearing number 21, appeal number 24-34, Wei Yang. And hearing number 22, appeal 24-62, Anthony Strianese.
Is anyone in the audience here for any of those hearings? Let the record reflect no one appeared, and let's call the first hearing.
Hearing number 1, Appeal 23-274, Matthew Porcaro at 35 East Iroquois Street, Massapequa.
How are you?
Good evening.
I do. So, Michael Arado, Captain Permit, 245 Route 109, Suite D, West Babylon, New York. So we're here for application 35 East Iroquois Street, Massapequa. This application is to have the rear roof pitch changed from a previously approved application, which was 23-274, from a 512 roof pitch to a 312 roof pitch. The roof pitch that's being changed is on the back of the house. The reason for the change was due to a minor error with calculations and some field site work. So the ceiling height was below the proposed 8-foot. So in order to carry that ceiling height throughout the rest of that part of the house, they had to change the roof pitch from a 512 to a 312. So the change from the 512 to 312 will not have any negative environmental impact. It's not exceeding the existing ridge height, and the sky exposure plane is not being affected. No additional square footage is being added to this house. Also, as per the manufacturer specs, the 312 roof pitch will not have any negative integrity on the shingles or the structure itself.
Okay. And you said visible only from the back of the house?
Yeah, no changes either. No windows are being changed. It's just strictly that roof pitch.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments?
I don't.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Hearing number 2, Appeal 24-18, Ellen Dougherty Neri at 19 Polo Road, Massapequa.
Raise your right hand, please. Promise tell the truth during the proceedings.
I certainly do,
Your name and
yes.
address, please.
My name is Ellen Dougherty Neary. I live at 19 Polo Road, Massapequa. Okay. I'm here today because I've had an existing fence. I'm a corner property, and I was told that now it's too high, that it should have been lower. But I actually have the same fence that has actually been there for 70 years, 70. So, except for making it newer and prettier, it's exactly the same fence. I've consulted with all my neighbors. They told me that it had to be lower, but based on pictures that I have, you see it, nobody has ever had a problem with it, and there's no problem with getting around the corner. They said because it's a corner, getting around the corner,
Right.
people might have a problem. But it's a T intersection. It's only 15 miles an hour max, so nobody is even speeding, and nobody has ever had a problem with it. And as a matter of fact, they're all complimenting me on how nice it is, so I have pictures of it. So that's it, and a shed, which I've also always had for 70 years, but I was told, I don't know, it's in the wrong spot or
It's
something.
because it's a corner property. You
Yeah.
have 2 front yards.
Yeah.
So it's a little more difficult for corner homes.
Okay, so
Okay.
I have pictures to present, and
Yes, because it doesn't block vision.
You saw
Correct.
that?
Yeah, it doesn't block vision.
Thank you. Okay. I see it's stepped in, too.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Hearing number 3, Appeal 24-19, Thomas Trotter at 10 Harvard Street, Massapequa.
Promise tell the truth during the proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Sean Bird, Architect, Office 1049, Park Boulevard, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. Good evening. We are before you for a proposed addition on an existing Cape-style home. We're doing a front porch, a expanded driveway, and a rear extension, one-story extension. The rear extension that we're adding is in line with the existing garage, but it's pre-existing non-conforming. So We're maintaining a 5.5-foot setback on the side yard where 8 foot's required, and a 14.7-foot aggregate side yard where 20 foot's required. Again, that aligns exactly with the existing house, so we're not going into the side yard any more than what's pre-existing. The other variance we're before you for is a lot coverage variance. 25% or 1,500 square feet is the maximum in an R17. We are proposing 1,721 square feet or 27.96%. It's 221 square feet over the permitted, so it's a small amount. The proposed driveway, if you see the site plan, we expanded in both directions. We expanded it towards the left and towards the right. We did maintain a landscape buffer, but the existing driveway is only 9 feet wide, only accommodates 1 car, and the existing garage is 9-foot interior dimension by 17 feet, so it doesn't really have enough space to put a second car in. So the expansion we found, we went a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and still gave that landscape buffer to the neighbor's side. And the last variance we are before you for is for an existing shed, 1.8-foot rear yard setback and a 2.2-foot side yard setback, 3 foot's required. It's a pre-existing shed, it's been there for a number of years. I'd like to leave it where it is. We'd also make a condition that if the shed gets demolished or if it gets replaced, we'd put a new shed in a conforming location in the future.
Okay.
So I'm here for any questions you may have.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board to be forwarded to by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
Hearing number 4, Appeal 24-29, Allison Rohan at 255 Harmony Drive, Massapequa.
Council, choose any decision.
I do.
Name and address.
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. I'd like to pass up some photos for the board and consent letters. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I'm representing Ms. Ronan and Mr. Ronan of 255 Harmony Drive in Massapequa. The Ronans are seeking a variance for proposed second-floor addition, not having the required aggregate setback, roof pitch, exceeding the lot coverage and gross floor area, and for a driveway having less side yard setback than required. This is for a proposed second-floor addition and interior alterations on existing home. The second-floor addition is going over the existing foundation. It will have the required side yard setback, but not the required aggregate setback. This is an existing condition. The maximum lot coverage in this zone is 25%, and the homeowners are proposing 25.8%, and that includes a deck in the rear that's open. The driveway is also an existing condition. It's been here for many years. In regard to the roof pitch, the homeowners are proposing a 5-on-12 pitch where 612 is required. This is only a small section of the roof that has this pitch. It's for aesthetic purposes only. It's an attractive design. The house does meet the height requirements. There was a large deck in the backyard which required a variance and has since been removed. And there's also there was a shed in the back that's been removed. There are other homes in the immediate area that have similar such additions, and I've taken photos of those on the other ones for the board's review. One is directly across the street at 99 Scott Street. These proposed renovations will not be out of character with this area. We do have consent letters from the abutting neighbor at 259 Harmony Drive. The other abutting neighbor is in Florida, and the homeowner spoke to them, and they have no objections. Also, the 3 neighbors directly across the street at 99 Scott Street, 250 and 254 Harmony Drive have no objections. Miss Rowland grew up in this house and bought the house back recently and is moving back into the neighborhood. This is a tasteful addition, and it will be an attractive addition to the neighborhood.
Okay, there's a new deck
Yes, much smaller
being
deck.
proposed. It's still significantly over on the gross floor area. And I believe on the plans, there's a cellar entrance being proposed, although not before us.
Correct.
Yes.
And the basement is unfinished with no bathroom in there.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Okay, come on up, sir. Good evening.
Please raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth in these proceedings? And your
Absolutely.
name and address, please.
John Cassiata, 260 Abbey Street, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762.
Thank you.
I am the neighbor directly behind Mr. and Mrs. Rohan. We actually grew up together. I have a few concerns that, according to this letter, I believe the house is going to be demolished.
Well, because of the amount of construction that they're doing, they call it a new dwelling, so it probably is a partial, but not the entire house.
Okay, because that concerns with the noise and the dust and the dirt and the vermin.
I mean, it's going to be construction, you're going to have that, but it's temporary, it doesn't last forever.
Yes, I understand that. I also have concerns that when they moved in, they have taken down their rear fence, which is their right to do so, but nothing has been replaced yet. And it's quite an eyesore for us.
What, you mean looking into their yard?
Yes, yes. And I also have concerns that two of my neighbors did not receive notification of this variance.
I can't answer to that because they're not here to say that, and so I... it's
Well,
not-
one of them is,
Okay.
so.
But the fact that they're here means that they're notified, so
But
whether...
I also have another neighbor who was not notified.
Okay,
He may not have been in the 500-foot radius.
100.
100, I'm sorry.
I'm
Is-
sorry?
He may not have been in the radius.
Oh, no, he's in the circle.
Oh, okay.
Mailing checked out.
What?
The mailing checked out.
Okay. All right.
I spoke to them this evening, they did not.
Do you have
receive-
any other objections to the construction, to the gross
Plans.
floor area, the side yards? You know, these are the things they're asking for.
Okay.
Cellar entrance, even though it's not before us.
Like the rear deck or anything like that?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
rear deck is going to be higher, so
Okay.
it's going to be looking down into my yard.
And with no fence.
There was an existing 6-foot fence that I believe her father installed many, many years ago. But that has been since taken down, and there's just nothing but a little chicken wire fence
All right,
going
well,
between
we'll
our
find out if
properties.
there is a plan to put another fence up. Thank you.
I do object. Thank you.
You do. Okay, thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Anybody else want to be heard? Come on up, sir.
Please raise your right hand, sir. Promise to tell the truth in these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Douglas McGowan, 301 Cartwright Boulevard, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. I do believe I am within the 100 feet, and I have never received this notice, just as an
He's
FYI.
on the, he's on the,
You are on the radius map. How did you find out about the hearing for your neighbors?
Mr. Cassiata let me know, yes, this afternoon.
I know the mailing notice checked out, so I don't know, sir.
Okay.
Said it was sent.
So, similar to Mr. Cassiata, it's more so, I have a concern about the construction period and what's going to be happening there. The house was purchased maybe a year ago, if not that long ago, and it has been an eyesore since they purchased the home.
Is there debris on the property that
There is
needs to be...
debris all over the property,
Still to this day?
still to this day. They came over and told us that they were going to make the house nicer, and it was never a fantastic house in the first place, don't get me wrong, but it has since they bought it gotten a lot worse. The front yard is ripped up, the backyard is ripped up. As Mr. Cassiata mentioned, they've taken the fence down, so now you see from all over the place into the yard. And it's just a mess, and I'm concerned what they will do during construction periods as well then.
Okay, well, construction is, there are rules and regulations in the building department as to what time they can start, when they can work, and when they have to finish. Construction, like I said, it's temporary. It's not going to go on for years at a time. So, and there's not much we can do to address those concerns, but we can address the concerns of what they're asking for. And we'll have Mr. Schumacher speak about the condition of the property and the fencing in the back.
Well, as Mr. Cotter said, I object as well.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else want to be heard on this? Mr. Schumacher?
I spoke to the homeowner. They're planning on putting another fence in the back. There was a deck in the back. That was a prior variance. It was decision 96-320. Was a much larger deck, and it encroached into the backyard, and it required a 13.5-foot rear yard setback. That deck has been gone, and the new deck is going to be the same height, but a much shorter and smaller deck. And I'll ask the homeowners if they could see if they can get the yard cleaned up in the meantime. And the house is not going to be demoed, it's renovation. And like you
Right.
said, more than 50%, then they consider the new house on an existing foundation.
Okay. When we deliberate tonight, we will discuss with, the deck, and we'll see.
Can we condition?
I'll turn this variance that I had on the prior deck.
Yeah, it's not on our sheet, so I'd like to see
This was
that.
the prior variance for the old deck, which has since been removed, and also there was a shed back there and a pool that's been since gone. So they do plan on naturally cleaning up the house. We have to put in this major renovation into the property. It's gonna be a beautiful
Is there a
location.
dumpster there now?
It's a trailer. It's a dumpster trailer.
Okay.
And the front yard was dug up for the gas line. There's a gas line put in.
Okay, we would also condition this, should we grant it, there would be a condition that it not be enclosed.
Yes, they would have no problem conditioning that. That
All
deck
right.
is gone now.
Okay.
Would the fence be able to go up before construction?
Yeah, and,
Condition.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
have to be construction.
yeah.
How big is the deck compared to the old deck?
That one needed a 13.5-foot rear
Rear
yard
yard, and
setback.
this one doesn't
this
need a rear
one's
yard.
way smaller, way smaller.
Yeah.
But just the same height?
Same height, coming out of the kitchen, out of the back of the house. So the height's not going to change, it's just going to be a much smaller deck. And it meets the required rear yard setback,
Okay.
or exceeds it.
Anybody else have any questions? Correspondence?
Dutchess County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Good night.
Hearing 5, Appeal 24-30, Sandip Barrow, which will be heard of 300 Clocks Boulevard, Massapequa, which will be heard in conjunction with hearing number 6, Appeal 24-31, Sandip Barrow at 300 Clocks Boulevard.
Thank you.
What they're gonna do with the fence.
Good evening, Chairman, ladies and gentlemen of the board. Brad Keneally, 553 Broadway, Massapequa, New York. I come before you tonight seeking permission to subdivide a 36,213 square foot parcel into 2 building lots. Each lot will have a width of 62.5 feet in the R10 zone. The southerly lot will be 19,023 square feet, and the northerly lot will be 17,160 square feet. The houses will need variances for width of lot on the street from the front, on the front property line to the required rear yard setback and in the front. The other variance is for the driveway that has less than the required side yard setback. The homes will comply with all other R10 setbacks. My client lives in East Massapequa and originally purchased this property to live in. He was going to renovate it. When he started getting cost estimates on the renovation, found that the foundation was crumbling and the house has become functionally obsolescent. So he decided to go to Plan B, which is the plan to subdivide this parcel. The board recently granted a similar subdivision on the same block in the same zone, allowing a 60.4 width on 7,505 square feet under appeal numbers 23-422 and 23-423. Our lots will have areas of 19,000 and 17,000 plus square feet. To the north, we have 2 homes on a subdivided lot, and to the south, we have 2 homes on 1 large lot. This area is, has large houses, small houses, cottages, bungalows, and estates, and it will fit the character of the neighborhood because they're changing the old estates into new subdivisions. I'd like to introduce at this time Barry Nelson to go through some further details on the area.
Yes. Good evening. It's Barry Nelson, 220 Pettit Avenue, Belmore, New York, 11710. I'd like to hand in some exhibits for the board. I'm sure the board is very familiar with the location. I've personally been before the board on other matters in the area. I have some aerial views, photographs of the subject property and the surrounding uses, and the last exhibit that I'll hand in. The last exhibit includes several pages, which I'll get into shortly. Oh, here's one.
I'm sorry, I can't stand. He's put something else there for you to bring up.
Yeah,
Okay, grab it.
okay.
I've seen it. Can you guys share?
Sure, sure.
Wow, that's a big house next to it.
Okay.
Is this house even lived in? It looks like it's really...
There's only one of them.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
What I handed in is a packet of photographs that include 23 pictures, subject property as it's currently improved, the uses along Clarks Boulevard to the north and to the south, and on the westerly side of Clarks Boulevard. As council mentioned, it is all a R110 zoning district. The property is south of Merrick Road, predominantly residential uses. There is a religious institution, the second parcel to the south of the subject property. The meat of the application would be to subdivide the subject property into 2 parcels for 2 new colonial homes. And the crux, again, would be the front width on Clarks Boulevard. Proposed is 62.5 feet in each parcel. One of the exhibits that I submitted will include, on the first page, a list of parcels in the vicinity of the subject property, and it's dated October 4th, 2024. List of subject property. The first 3 would be variances that were granted for subdivisions. The first 2 would be near the subject property. I identified those 2 parcels and the case numbers, and in the first would be appeal number 23-29 and 23-32, where it was a subdivision of 100 by 170 on a corner to, on a corner to 250 by 170, 8,500 square foot parcels. That would be approximately within 1 block southwest of the subject property. The second one would be 120 by 125, a 15,000 square foot parcel, subdivided into 250 by 208 plus or minus parcels, 10,625 square feet in each parcel. The second one would be 7,504 square feet in each parcel. So in those two cases, in the proximity to the subject property, they sought relief in front width and lot area. The subject property would only seek relief in the front width on the street. Otherwise, the parcels are oversized in excess of 170% of the required 10,000 square feet. The last one would be just north of Merrick Road, and it's in the R17 zone, and I identified those into 250 by 208 parcel. The last paragraph would include homes along Clarks Boulevard, and I limited my study to residential homes south of Merrick Road on Clarks Boulevard, and I identified numerous parcels, 50-foot frontages, 60 and 63 feet, and 65-foot frontages. In fact, there are 4 flag lots, and that would be approximately 15-foot to 25-foot frontages with the meat of the parcel to the east or west of the street on Clarks Boulevard. And I indicated their addresses, section, block, and lot, and the date they were constructed. In fact, one of them flag lots is abutting the subject property to the north, and it abuts the subject property with a street frontage of approximately 20 feet. All of these parcels I'd identified, except for the one that was north of Merrick Road, are all within the R110 zoning district and within close proximity to the subject property. In a total, I have identified 21 parcels that have less front width than required by the code of 80 feet in the R110 zoning. Based on, and as council mentioned, it's slightly a unique area, Clarks Boulevard. You have older homes, you've had newer homes introduced in the 70s, 80s, and now just recently some new construction in the area. It is being upgraded. The 2 new homes that are proposed would be in keeping with the character of the neighborhood, pattern of development. If you were to construct one, actually, currently, the real estate taxes on that property with the old Colonial is in excess of $23,000. A new Colonial on that oversized parcel would be closer to $38,000 to $40,000. What he's proposing now would be 2 Colonials, a little bit more affordable. I don't know about the real estate taxes, but they would be substantially less than one larger parcel. Based on my findings, based on the character of the neighborhood and the pattern of development, I believe this application comes with a reasonable request for the front width and oversized plots. It is a waterfront parcel, both of them. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions the board might have.
Anybody have any questions? Your questions, Lynn?
No.
And I did hand in comparable sales. In the last 2 or 3 years, values have been appreciating, and now we're reaching $1 million to $1.2 million, $1.35 million for the waterfront houses in the area. And I would expect the same for these 2 new Colonials in approximately $1,200,000 to $1,300,000 price range.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Another thing to add is my client is in the room and he plans on moving into one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Smart neighbor.
Thank you.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Nobody? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next is hearing 7, Appeal 24-37, John Giardino at 100 Riviera Drive South, Massapequa.
Council, please go to the proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Daniel Burko, P.O. Box 610, Lindenhurst, New York, 11757. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Daniel Burko. I'm the architect on behalf of the owner, John Giordano of 100 Riviera Drive South in Massapequa, New York. It's also known as Section 65, Block 228, Lot 52, and it's located in an R110 zone. We're in front of the board tonight seeking relief for a variance to legalize an existing outdoor shower located in the side yard on the east side of the property that has been there for approximately 20 to 25 years. We just finished a large project at the home and are in the process of doing a small roof over project in the back of the house, and this came up during the zoning review, so we're back in front of the board for it. It does meet the minimum side yard setback, but does not meet the required aggregate side yard of 25 feet, where we currently have 21.69 feet, with deficient by 3.31 feet. The shower is 10.49 feet off of the property line. Myself and the homeowner would ask that you consider this application, as the family does use their boat on a regular basis, and we'd like to keep their shower enclosure that has been there for the better part of 20-plus years. That does conclude my presentation, so if you have any questions.
I'm just happy it's enclosed.
That's all we can ask. And it's tall enough so you can't see anybody, so.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you. Good night.
Hearing 8, Appeal 24-38, William Massari, 21 Westgate Road, Massapequa.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. I have some photos and consent letters I'd like to turn into the board. I'm representing Mr. Massari of 21 Westgate Road in Massapequa. Mr. Massari is seeking a variance to maintain a deck having less than the required rear yard setback and for a reduction in off-street parking spots where 2 is required and 1 is provided. The deck is maintaining an 18-foot rear yard setback where 25 feet is required. There is a fence in the rear of the property, and the neighbor directly in the rear at 54 Eastgate Road has signed a letter of consent. There is a shed in the rear of the property, and that will be removed. The garage is currently a family room. The driveway can accommodate 2 cars, but not the required 9 by 18 space the town requires. These improvements have been here for many years. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition, has always been well maintained. Presently, the house is in contract and is due to close shortly.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hearing number 9, Appeal 24-43, Matthew Galati at 304 South Bayview Avenue, Massapequa.
Council, please go to the proceedings. Your name and address, please.
Susan Galati, 286 Bayview Avenue, Massapequa. Good evening. I'm
Good
here
evening.
on behalf of my son, Matthew Galati. Last August, Matt was here. The board approved a larger patio and an outdoor kitchen. Matt's looking to make the proposed patio and balcony smaller than the one previously approved by the variance board. We're back here today due to the previous permit being issued as per specific plan.
Okay. Now, this deck also doesn't have stairs to the deck?
I know that they
Because the last variance, the board conditioned it, well, wait a minute. 2-story open portico and 2nd-story rear addition, conditioned stairs.
That was
Just-
an 09.
Yeah, that was an older one.
Yeah, that's the old one. This is the patio.
Okay. Never mind. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Hearing number 10, Appeal 24-42, Nunzio Trezera at 227 North Linden Street, North Massapequa.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Top Road, Old Bethpage. I'm representing Mr. and Mrs. Tesario of 227 North Linden Street. I have some photos for the board. The homeowners are seeking a variance for a proposed 6-foot-high fence exceeding the permitted height and for a sports court not having the required side front yard setback. This property is on the corner of North Linden Street and North Bay Avenue. There is an existing fence there now. The homeowners are proposing a 6-foot-high fence even with the front of the house going along Bay Avenue. The abutting neighbor directly in the rear at 222 North Poplar Street, their driveway is on the other side of their property. I've taken a photo for the board of this. This intersection is controlled by a 4-way stop sign. I have taken many photos for the board showing this will not pose any interference with traffic from any direction. The fence will not be out of character in this neighborhood, as directly across the street, as the photos show, there's a similar fence to what the Taperas are proposing on the other corner. In regard to the sports court, it'll be behind the fence. This is not going to be raised. It's a low paved area for the children to play in, which is much safer than putting a basketball hoop near the street, and it will be behind a 6-foot fence. As the photos show, the property is in impeccable condition, has always been well maintained, and there's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property.
A sports court for basketball or just all sports? Like,
All sports, hockey, basketball.
well, okay,
It's basically a paver patio.
yeah. And neighbors?
It's behind the fence. I spoke to the homeowner, he spoke to his neighbors, and he said none of them had any objections.
Is he planning on lighting this thing up so they can play at night?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. I mean, if I were a neighbor, my concern wouldn't be so much basketball, but it would be hockey, just because they can shoot pucks over the fence.
Well, there'll be a 6-foot fence there. I don't know how high the pucks go.
How high do they go, Mr. Monteleone?
Go pretty high.
Okay. Well,
And it's not a big sports court, so they can't really heave them too far.
Mr. Schumacher, did you speak to the neighbor on Bay Avenue, which I believe is the cross street, their backyard neighbor? Because that would be, to me, it looks like that would be the one that would be most affected by the sports court.
There's a picture of it.
Actually, they got 26 feet or something between them, the abutting neighbor. And I took a picture of their house showing their driveway is on the other side. In the mailing, I did ask if anyone had any objections to contact me, and nobody contacted me. And the homeowner, I spoke to, and I asked him if any of the neighbors had any concerns. He said no.
would the homeowner accept a condition that this not be lit up with highlighting? You know, it is a residential neighborhood, so I'd hate to see this, if we granted it, have lights go up on it.
I'm sure he would.
Okay.
What is the court made out of? Is it concrete? Is it blacked up? They call it a sports?
It's like a patio.
Okay.
It's like a patio.
Concrete.
It's less than 8 inches tall off the ground.
Yeah.
Like
All right.
It's pavers, that's what it is.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? No? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 11, Appeal 24-46, Jacqueline Villabalacqua at 215 North Atlantic Avenue, Linter Avenue, North Massapequa.
Yes. Brian Fiore, architect, 208 North Wisconsin Avenue, Massapequa, appearing on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Bevilacqua. We are requesting a lot coverage variance for a roofed-over porch. This does have a permit already, and it's fully constructed. It was originally designed to meet the 25% lot coverage. But there is an existing platform there that they're putting the roof over, and I had set the roof in to, have less lot coverage, but it was constructed over the entire platform. But, we went from 25 to 25.5%. I feel like it's a very negligible amount over the lot coverage, and it really has no impact on the porch, and it's actually better looking and more practical for it to cover the entire platform. So it is fully constructed, and we need this, we amended the plans, and in order to have the final inspection, get the CO, we're requesting the variance.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Suffolk County Planning Commission recommends
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 12, Appeal 24-47, Michael Buscemi at 222 North Hawthorne Street, North Massapequa.
Truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Michael Buscemi Sr., 233 North Park Avenue, Massapequa. I'm here for my son, Michael Jr. He's making an application. Apparently, we're over the gross floor area, and according to the architect, it's because now the basement is considered part of the floor area, so that's what threw him over. We're not encroaching on any of our setbacks, and our gross coverage is still under the allowable. We're at 24.6, and 25 is permitted. There's one thing that didn't make sense. The open porch does not have minimum required pitch, but that's an existing porch that's already been permitted and CO'd. So,
Roof pitch, not porch.
Okay, so you're still asking for a 5-on-12 roof pitch. It's not the
right, and
porch.
according to the architect, he said if we would have did 612, we would have been over the
The height.
height max. So he said you would have needed a variance either way.
So it's the whole roof that's 5-on-12?
Just the back.
Just the back?
We're not touching the front.
Okay, I like that better.
The front's remaining as is with the,
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Suffolk County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Good luck, thank you.
Hearing number 13, Appeal 24-33, Claudia Gennaro, 17 Matthew Street, Farmingdale.
Truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay.
Thank you.
We are in front of you for Mrs. Gennaro's variance to amend the appeal, the original decision 21-12 that was originally approved January 21st, 2021. That variance dealt with specifically the side yard, rear yard, and lot coverage. Subsequently, during this work, which was a garage conversion, the design ended up not allowing 2 cars on the property. It seemed it might have been overlooked or was not a requirement at that time. However, we want to expand the current driveway to now accommodate 2 off-street parking spots. By doing so, we essentially have a 0 lot line coverage, put 0.1% off the property line to accommodate 2 vehicles. It is preferable to expand it towards the side yard versus putting a car directly in front of the stairs of the house for a myriad of reasons, including safety. The property directly next to this property, which would be most affected by the driveway, it's all grass in that area. As you can see by the photos I have brought to the board, that most of this neighborhood has very similar driveways, mostly being widened over time to fit 2 vehicles, as this neighborhood has been growing over time. The other variance, which is noted, is the side yard setback for 2 existing sheds to be maintained. This property is 6,300 square feet, so it is a little smaller than what typical R17 would be, so things are pretty compact on the property. In the rear yard also is a in-ground pool, which takes up most of the backyard, so we've done our best to, get a shed to fit, but unfortunately, if we were to do that, I think one shed might be floating in the pool. So I would like to try to keep it where it is. It is essentially up against the property with about a foot. Be right behind that two sets of sheds. There is another patio and pool. There is no actual structure relatively near it. As well, there's also a fence separating the two properties, so it can't really easily be seen as well. I'll take any questions, and
Is that your side neighbor or the back neighbor?
that would be the side neighbor.
Got it, okay.
The neighbor most affected by the driveway going up to the property line is okay with this?
As far as I know, there was no comments made.
Okay, because sometimes, a lot of people ask for it, it's very common. But every once in a while, we get people in here who say, they open their car door and they get out, they're on my property.
Understood.
So that's something we like to avoid.
Understood.
I was there today, and there is grass, like you spoke about the grass being between the property, and even if you went to your property line, your neighbor does have grass before, his driveway doesn't come all the way.
Correct. His driveway is actually on the
This-
opposite side of the property entirely.
Correct. There's grass there.
All right.
I don't think it would be a problem.
Well, we'll find out if he's here.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too, thank you.
Hearing number 14, Appeal 24-48, Vikram Singh at 98 Haypath Road, Bethpage.
Good evening. I do.
Your right hand.
Yes, I do. Helen Bogdanos, 121 Newbridge Road, Hicksville, New York, 11801.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, members of the board. We are seeking a couple of variances for construction of a new house. The property is located at the southwest corner of Haypath Road, which is a county road, a very busy road, and Plainview Road, another busy road. Currently, there is a two-story residence which is on the property. We are looking to demolish the existing house and build a new two-story house with basement. The variances we are requesting are as follows. Front yard along Haypath Road, we are proposing 20 feet to dwelling, 14 feet to portico, and 11 feet to steps, where the average is 42 feet. The lot is very odd. It's a corner, it's a too busy road, and it has two front yards, as usual. The side front yard along Plainview Road, 27.25 feet to dwelling, where the average is 30. The setbacks along the hay path may seem excessive. However, I would like to point out that this is a unique situation in regards to how average setback is calculated. To the south, there is only one house which is setback over 40 feet. To the west, there are 4 houses, and all of which are much further back. If we were to follow average setback requirements, the house would be pushed further back, thus reducing the yard space. We are over gross floor area by 495 square feet. The roof pitch proposed is 4 to 12, which violates the 6 to 12, but this is because the house is wide, and we could not able to meet both the height and the roof pitch requirements. I know the height is, you don't allow to be higher than 28 feet, so obviously the roof pitch is 4 to 12. We are also seeking a variance for the fence. Being that this is a corner property, the fence is necessary, and 2 busy roads, the fence is necessary to enclose the rear yard, provide privacy and safety. The fence will run parallel to the property line with Plainview Road, and we will corner the fence because of the neighbor's driveway to the south.
Are you showing it that way on the plan? Catty
Yes,
corner?
yes. I spoke to the zoning board as well.
No, you didn't. You're speaking to us now.
No, I'm sorry, to the zoning department. And they suggested what I have on the drawing.
The two
Okay.
driveways?
Because a
I'm going to take a
suggestion,
look at the plans in a second.
because it's a bad location to build a new house.
Well, it is,
but-
those are busy roads.
This is the
Yeah.
front of the house.
But they own the house and they like to stay in the same neighborhood.
Is that another driveway?
Are there two driveways?
Yeah, this is the existing and the other one from the hay path.
And are we closing any of them or keeping them all?
We keep them both, and again, I spoke to the zoning department, and they recommended me to do certain, distances from the corner to the driveway.
Oh, so one of them is proposed
Yes.
This is the existing.
and one is existing.
And this is,
On the plan you wrote is proposed, on the hay path is existing.
Michael, can I take a look at the plans, please?
They don't have a garage, because I couldn't do a garage.
No garage?
No.
Yeah, I see that. And the 4 on 12 is the whole, all of the roofing?
Excuse me?
Okay, I got my question answered. I want to see, this is the basement. We have a full bathroom down there. How many? 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms? That's a very large house. Thank you. So while we don't like anybody to go over the height, as you said, and
Yes.
that's true, we're also concerned about the 4 on 12 roof pitch. This is a very large house, and that 4 on 12 roof pitch is,
It's a big family.
6
It's a
bedrooms,
big-
5 bathrooms. That is a big
It's a big
house.
family. The parents live with them. It's only one kitchen, and they have the kids,
You have a full bathroom in the basement and a cellar entrance, which I know is not before us, but it's,
But
it's a lot.
I kept the basement 611.
I understand that, which, I appreciate that. I am concerned, though, about the size and the roof pitch, so we will deliberate on that later on.
Are there any houses in the area that have the same floor plan or same gross floor area that you've seen?
I don't think so, because the house was built with variance, the previous one, and it was slightly smaller, I would say, smaller.
Because I'm just looking, it looks like most of the houses in the area are smaller by a lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a big family. They live there for many, many years, and they like to stay there. The parents live with them.
The problem is, though, that we always have to think about the next owner as well, and it lends itself to being more than one family. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Okay. Yes, come on up, sir. We'll call you back when he's...
Okay. This is the owner.
That's,
Raise your right hand.
Hi.
Right hand.
Oh, sorry.
Promise to tell the truth during this proceeding?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Vikram Singh, 98 Hay Path Road, Bethpage, New York, 11714. My parents are getting older, and their needs are changing. I have a 4-year-old little daughter now, too, and I have a girl, 15 years old, she needs her space. And so we've been managing in the house that we have right now. So I've been there, I have a great mortgage rate. I'm not going to be able to get that rate anywhere else. I've been in the house since 2005. My daughter goes to the Bethpage School District. So like I'm vested in that corner lot, like it's my lot, like, you know, I know my neighbors, I love my neighbors. I don't want to leave. My daughter walks to school, she walks back. We built the house with a thing where enough space for me, my wife, my 2 kids. My sister lives out of town, my father visit. Right now, we just bunk in each other's rooms when anybody comes over. The space is an issue. I know it's a little bit bigger, but, you know, I brought my daughter here too, in the back. It's like we're a family. Nobody else is going to be coming there. I don't plan on ever selling the house
Like I said,
to anybody.
once it's built, and then if you sell it and somebody buys it, it is something we have to consider when making our decision.
I just wanted to say my 2 cents. I totally get your concerns. I was quiet, and I was like, let me just say I would feel like I left here without saying my 2 cents.
No, you
That's what I wanted to
should.
give it.
Listen, this is your
And-
investment.
Yeah, and like, I just wanted a place for my mom and dad, like, those are rooms, I know there's extra bathrooms, because mom doesn't want to share, she's getting older, she wants her room, her bathroom, my dad wants the same thing, and so just trying to keep everybody happy and, you know, and get this done, so we can actually have a family house where my parents can gracefully age in and age out of.
Okay.
How
Thank
many
you.
bathrooms are on the main floor?
I'm sorry?
How many bathrooms?
My mom and dad have theirs, and because if you look at the plans, it's on the side, like they're on the side of the first floor of the room. So mom has her room, bathroom, dad has hers. Mom complained dad makes a mess, so she wanted her own bathroom. We only have one half bathroom in.
Share.
We only have one half bathroom on the main floor. The girls, my 2 daughters, are going to be splitting the bathroom on the second floor, and we have the master, where it will be for us. The basement right now is undone, and she told me
But you
don't
have a
touch it.
3-piece bathroom down there?
I'm sorry?
3-piece bathroom down there with a shower?
It's going to be 2 single bathrooms for mom and dad and only a half. And
In the basement? Do
I
you
don't think
have?
any plans for any bathroom.
No, I'm talking about the
No.
first floor.
Okay. 7 bathrooms?
7? How is that possible? Wait,
It's possible.
so, 2, 4, I have 5. You said 5.
Yeah, it's 5. I think I was going to say, just because it's 2.
Your plans, he says, are showing 6
Oh,
and a half, Michael, or 7? 6 and a half.
Oh, 6, all right. There's, yeah, mom and dad is 2.5. It's 1, 2, yeah, because the second room was I forgot about the bathroom for the,
And the one in the basement is 3 pieces? Okay. I'm going to ask that the basement bathroom be 2-piece bathroom. No
Okay.
shower, no tub,
whatever, that's fine. No,
if we consider this application.
all right, whatever.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Helen, you want to come back? Okay. All right, so, again, it's a very large house, and we'll,
I said the same thing, but the parents, they want their own space. They don't want to sleep together, they're older, So 2 bathrooms and 2 rooms, they go right there.
The only way to get into those rooms are through the inside, correct? The
Right,
interior?
no, yes, look at the plan, no, it's fine. No second kitchen, no nothing. And if you want me to take the shower out, I'll take it.
Well, that's something that we will consider
it's
when we
fine.
deliberate later on.
Also, a
We're
cellar
willing to
entrance
do it.
proposed. A
I'm
cellar
sorry?
entrance.
It's,
I know it's not before us.
It's not before
But with
us.
that second driveway, it would make it very easy to, at some point, rent the
that's-
basement.
Yeah, and which is my reason for the 2-piece bathroom in the basement.
Okay.
All right, anybody else wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Thank you.
Public hearing is closed.
Good
Decision of the
night.
board to be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Hearing number 15, Appeal 24-80, Moen Qureshi at 48 Central Boulevard, Bethpage.
Good call, Lisa.
Yes.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. I'd like to pass up some photos and consent letters for the board. I'm representing Mr. and Mrs. Carisi of 48 Central Boulevard in Bethpage. Mr. and Mrs. Carisi are seeking a variance for a new dwelling on an existing foundation, not having the required roof pitch, and to amend decision number 23-477. I have submitted a copy of that variance approval for this board. I was here before this board October 19, 2023, and the variance was granted. There's been no change to the plans whatsoever. The same exact plans that were before you tonight are the same plans that were approved last year. There's a small section of the roof that was not visible from the street and does not have the required roof pitch. This was picked up on the building department on the final review of the plans and was not put on the original notice of rejection sheet. At that hearing, there was no neighbors that had any objections. We did get consent letters from the two abutting neighbors at 50 and 52 Central Boulevard, and the two neighbors directly across the street at 49 and 45 Central Boulevard. I am resubmitting 3 consent letters again for the board at 44, 49, and 50 Central Boulevard. This proposed renovation is a second-floor addition. It's not a new house. The house does meet all the other requirements such as height, rear yard setback, lot coverage, and gross floor area. The homeowners have lived here since 2015. This proposed addition is for their own enjoyment. There are other two-story homes in the immediate area at 17, 28, 35, 41, and 49 Central Boulevard. This proposed renovation will not be out of character with this neighborhood. It's a tasteful project, and the homeowners are anxious to proceed for this with their growing family. Nothing changed on the original approval at all.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Hearing 16, Appeal 23-717, Narasimha Banda at 59 Salem Road, Hicksville.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Rounsthorpe Road, Old Bethpage. Representing Mr. and Mrs. Bonta of 59 Salem Road in Hicksville. I passed up some photos and consent letter for the board. The Bontas are seeking a variance to maintain a rear addition exceeding the gross floor area and to maintain a driveway having less side yard setback than required. The rear addition's a family room. It has all the other requirements such as side yard, aggregate setback, rear yard setback, and it's under the permitted lot coverage. There is a fence around the rear of the property and the house, and then behind the house is Jerusalem Avenue. There are many other homes in this immediate area that have widened driveways. On the same block, they have 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 55, 56, and 58, and many more. The homeowner did reach out to their neighbor abutting the driveway at 57 Salem Road, and they signed a letter of no objection. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition. It's always been well maintained, and there's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too. Thank you.
Hearing 17, Appeal 24-36, Frank Luca, 158 Lee Avenue, Hicksville.
Councilor Trudeau, on these proceedings,
I do.
your name and address.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Ashley Lowe from Mark Anthony Architects. Our office is located at 1563 Belmar Avenue in Belmar, New York. I am here tonight representing for our client, Mr. Frank Luca, who is the owner and occupant of the subject property located at 158 Lee Avenue in Hicksville, New York. This property is located in an R17 zone, and we are here tonight for an application for a proposed first and second story addition, first floor interior alterations, proposed attached garage with second floor addition above, and a proposed porch. The proposed addition on partial existing and partial new foundation has a proposed side yard setback of 5 feet, where a minimum of 8 feet is required, for which we are requesting just 3 feet of relief. The proposed aggregate of the side yards is 18.2 feet, where the minimum required is 20 feet, for which we are requesting 1.8 feet of relief. Due to the fact that this is an R17 zone, typical lots are 70 feet wide, where this lot is only 60 feet wide. If this was not a substandard lot, this variance would not be required. The side yard setback on the south side of the lot is remaining at the existing 13.2 feet and being cut back from the existing 9.5 feet where the enclosed entrance is being removed to make it so that the entire side yard will be 13.2 feet on that side. The proposed roof pitch is 4.5 over 12, where 6 over 12 is required. The roof pitch was made to be 4.5 instead of 6 to avoid a height variance, because it would have been over 28 feet had we gone with a 6-foot pitch.
I've never heard that before.
Additionally, the proposed addition exceeds the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%, having a proposed building coverage of 29.75%, which requires 4.75% of relief, or only 285 square feet. We would like to note that the subject property exists as a 6,000 square foot lot, where 7,000 is a typical size of a lot located in an R17 zone. This substandard condition reduces our overall allowed building coverage by 250 square feet. Lastly, the proposed addition exceeds the maximum permitted gross floor area of 2,900, having a proposed GFA of 3,151.65 square feet, for which 251.65 feet of relief is required. Again, if this was not a substandard lot, we would be allowed 3,200 square feet of gross floor area, and as a result, the variance would not be required, as we would be compliant. The new home has an open floor plan, and we feel will increase the value of the block, as it is a beautiful home that has been designed. That concludes our request at this time, and I would be happy to answer any questions the board may have.
Anybody have any questions?
Are there any houses on that block that have that same gross floor area or something close to it? Because it looks to me like they're all like capes.
Majority of them are capes. There's one down the block at 171 Lee Avenue, which was done in 2020, which was also over 50% and has a similar GFA.
171, you said?
Yes.
And the roof pitch is on the entire roof? The whole-
No, just on the portions that are it's not being changed.
Okay.
Just on the portions that are new. Sorry.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, ma'am.
Raise your hand, please. Promise to true during these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Your name and address, please.
Christine Skrinecki, 156 Lee Avenue, Hicksville. And I have some pictures and letters from surrounding neighbors. And those, and there's one for each. I'm going to reference, those will be referenced in what I have to say.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a few comments, questions, and concerns about the proposed build, if allowed to proceed exactly as proposed. I spoke to my rear neighbor of 15 years, who I actually have a signed letter from, and he advised me to contact the architect as he did. I contacted the architect listed on my notice, and at the direction of my neighbor, as the architect freely gave him information about the proposed project, I called and left a message on March 27th stating who I was, my address, and would like to speak about the build. The call was returned, but said that I would need to speak to the homeowner before releasing that information to me. The call was never returned, except for tonight at 7 o'clock. After 7 o'clock, she offered me to see the proposal. I took it upon myself to call the Zoning Board of Appeals and stated I would like to speak tonight. They advised me, yes, I could speak, and I could also come down to Town Hall and get a copy of the proposal. Well, upon receiving that information, I have even more questions and concern. First and foremost, it will change the character of the neighborhood. If you saw this neighborhood, it is mostly all the original Cape Cod homes, with a few that have modest dormers or extensions. This large home would not look anything like any of the surrounding homes. When this home was purchased in 2020, it was a quaint Cape Cod, and in 4 short years, by what it looks like today, as I gave you pictures, you would not believe that it's the same thing. So that is obvious that the purchase was made with the intent to build something like this proposed oversized home. I have included pictures to show exactly before and after. There are several families that have been in the neighborhood since the 60s and 70s. My family purchased the home at 156 Lee Avenue in 1954, and my late husband and I purchased it from my family in 1986. This is the home I came home from the hospital to in 1962. There have only been 2 new builds on Lee Avenue in our neighborhood. Number 171, which was referenced, was a condemned home that had an oil spill in the basement, and more recently, 147 had a horrific fire July 30th, 2021. And 147 has a slightly larger plot than the 6,000 square foot next door. And almost all of us have the 60 by 100 in that neighborhood. Personally, according to the proposed plan, this large 2-story home will be 5 feet off my property line with the garage and second driveway. Due to the second floor addition, I personally will lose sunlight that comes into my dining room window that I've been enjoying my entire life, and I have a beautiful kitchen door with a window to enjoy the sun coming into my kitchen, along with a full glass kitchen storm door, and quite possibly any sunlight that currently comes into my upstairs bedroom window. So my sunlight will be gone, and my view will be changed to a monster home right next to my property. Also proposed, there will be 2 second-story windows overlooking my yard, measuring, according to the plans, it will be a total of 6 feet wide by 4 feet 6 inches tall, invading my privacy into my bedroom window, my dining room window, my kitchen and backyard. According to the plans, they are planning to keep the existing driveway, which I am curious, is that to accommodate multiple cars in case this is a rental property? Keeping that driveway and curb cut and adding a second driveway with curb cut 5 feet away from my property line. This driveway will be a hardship for me to back out of my driveway if there is a car on the driveway, not to mention additional emissions from their vehicles. Also, no marking or mention of the Nassau County storm drain location in this proposal. I have personally documented drainage issues with the Hicksville Water District starting in April 2017, which they addressed in June of 2017. Their solution did not remedy the large puddle at the end of my driveway, which neighbors refer to as Lake Lee Avenue. When it snowed after the Water District attempt at a solution, the melting snow did not drain. It just built up at the end of my driveway. I do have pictures of the drainage issues with me here tonight. So my next documented contact about the poor drainage was with the town of Oyster Bay in August of 2021. The town removed 2 trees from in front of 158 Lee Avenue on April 12, 2022, and removed and replaced the curb and sidewalk in July of 2023. So this proposed second driveway would be a hardship when it comes to snow removal from my driveway. I have a picture with just 1 instance of the snow and my driveway to show the current condition without adding a second driveway 5 feet away from my driveway.
I'm just going to stop you for 1 second, because I'm not seeing driveway on our proposal.
I have the plans. They're leaving the existing driveway, they're building a garage, so there's a second driveway.
Are you the house to the right or to the left?
I'm to the house which has the 5-foot
Side yard.
side,
So is that looking at the house?
To the left.
looking,
If I'm looking at 158, you're to the left or right? I'm sorry.
I'm to the right.
To the right, okay.
I'm the side that has the 5 feet.
Okay. And you're saying they're building another,
They're building a 2-story, they're building a garage and a second story. So, again, no mention of the storm drain, which is coming. Okay, back to the Nassau County storm drain, which is not referenced, it's not in their proposal at all.
It's got nothing to do with us.
No, but there's a drainage issue.
I can't even comment on it, because we
Okay,
don't do
okay.
drainage here.
All right, well, it's a Nassau County drain.
Okay.
So, again, currently the drain edge closest to 17 feet 2 inches from my curb cut. Where in the relation to the second proposed curb cut? I walk this neighborhood every single morning, and since I have this proposal, I have noticed, since you're not talking about, there's a drainage issue. So I'll forget I will forget the storm drain, which is a Nassau County issue.
Right.
But As far as drainage, there is a grade slope reference that all runoff will drain towards the street. Where there is documentation of an existing drainage issue, I do not see any mention of a dry well, and with the pre-existing documented drainage issues, isn't that something that should be addressed in the proposal? Next, the proposal encroachment, eaves and roof gutters will likely run off onto my driveway, with the building being so close right onto my driveway. And what about a flooding rain, as we just had this week? I have to worry about the runoff from that proposed reduced side yard flowing into and possibly flooding my basement. Next concern is parking, which is already an issue on Lee Avenue. I don't need to go into detail, but I have a record starting August 11th, 2020 to most recently March 30th, 2024. I do have pictures of these instances here with me tonight, and I also have a phone log from that day proving a complaint was made and to who. As far as the closest of this build to my location, the combined side yard of the required 20-foot minimum will now be reduced to 18.20. The side yard on my side will be 5 feet, but town zoning is a minimum of 8 feet. That is just not enough. According to my research, New York State has a fire code pertaining to building distance from property line. If there was a garage fire, as in the case with 147 Lee Avenue, the fence and the siding melted at 145 Lee Avenue. But in that case, the garage was a single story. I have pictures of that fire and approximate distance of the side yard in relation to the neighboring home and the melting siding. So if there was, God forbid, a garage fire, or really any fire, with it being so close to my property on this two-story property, not only would my siding melt, my house would quite possibly become engulfed in flames, as my bedroom is on that side of the property. Not to mention, I could lose precious possessions, I could lose my life. Okay, I also see that the PVC fence that continues past my gate and next to my driveway, which I split the cost with the previous owner, will be partially removed. I have a copy of the survey for 158 Lee Avenue dated October 17, 2011, which shows my original wood fence on the property, which was replaced by the existing PVC, as previously mentioned, with the previous owner of that property. I have commissioned a new survey for that property. I have the 1986 survey from when I purchased my home. So if that fence is removed, what about my gate? There's no mention of replacing that fence, so what about the existing fencing on my property that starts next to my house? So before any plans go forward on the removal of said fence, I will need to see a certified survey stating it is completely on and inside the entire property line and not any of it is on my property, which I believe cannot be the case. It should not be my responsibility to prove this is my fence. This all could have been prevented if the current owner-occupant of 158 Lee Avenue came and spoke to me about this proposed plan. We could have addressed some of my concerns before I received the certified letter about this proposed construction and this plan that will unreasonably interfere with my enjoyment of my property, which my family and I have continuously enjoyed since 1954. 70 continuous years of being a member of this community and neighborhood. So if this oversized proposal is accepted, even though the two adjoining properties on Lee Avenue, which I have the signed letter, the woman from 160 could not attend, and I also have my neighbors that also support me, as to which I do not consent to it in its current proposed plan. Aside from the neighbors that joined me here tonight, I have a couple of signed letters from neighbors that could not attend. So, This request for variance is not for a slightly large dormer or extension. It is for a completely different build. What precedent would that set for future builds to the adjoining property owners, especially since the current owner-occupant is not a member of this community or neighborhood, and the property will likely be turned around and sold? That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anybody else want to be heard on this application? You want to come back up? Perhaps you... Whoa. You can't speak from the back. I do want to see the plan.
I also wanted to, I wanted to ask her about these, so she included this.
Promise to tell the truth during these
But are these the cars from the
Name and
house
address,
next door?
please.
Steve Bloomquist, 3 Essex Lane in Hicksville, 11801.
Thank you.
3?
The whole address.
Address?
Essex Lane.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm right, like a crossroad, right from where the house is being remodeled.
Very good.
Okay?
What did you want to say?
No, I just want to say I agreed with everything she said.
That's
and
perfect.
I think it'll destroy the character of the neighborhood.
Okay.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming down here.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Anybody else?
And you also promise to tell the truth during these proceedings, right?
What did he say his name
You
was?
promise to tell the truth during these
I just got the
proceedings?
address.
Excuse me?
You promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Thank you. And your name and address, please?
161 Lee Avenue.
Okay. And your name, please? Your
Yeah.
name.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Helen Menick.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. And you agree?
Yep.
I think she agreed. Yeah. All right, that's fine. We got it. Thank you.
Can you address some of those concerns? The fire-rated garage.
Okay, firstly, I'd like to start off with, yes, I don't think I'm going to say her last name right, and I don't want to mispronounce it, but Ms. Girodecki did call the office. I did speak with Mark Anthony, who I was not present during the phone call, but from what I was told, called the office and asked to have a copy of the plans. We told her that we needed to get permission from our client. We've had situations in the past where we've given out plans and, the clients weren't happy. And she responded, call me back, don't call me back, I don't care, I'll be at the meeting.
Well, they're also available at the town. Except
Exactly.
for the day of the hearing.
She came, would you
Yes.
take a picture of her license, and she did come and review them?
Okay.
Yes. Additionally, I did speak to Mr. Ricor, he's the, Ricard, excuse me. He is the abutting property in the rear. He did call the office. All he did was asked how far away the house was going to be from his property line, to which I told him it would be 36.1 feet, and that he was happy to hear that, and that was where the conversation ended. He didn't ask to see the plans, and we didn't offer them. Additionally, as for the fence, I do have a copy of the survey. I think she is correct, so I will discuss that with my client. It does look like, which if you don't have a copy of the survey, I'll give this to you as well. It looks like it slopes very slightly onto her property, or at least a very little bit onto her property, so I can see.
Would your client be willing to replace the fence?
To move it onto our property, or to, sister it next to each other, I will absolutely talk to him, but yes, if that's a requirement, then sure,
Well, if we ask, then it's a requirement.
Exactly, so then, sure. Also, she brought up the dry well. We don't typically go over it because, like you said, it's not a board issue, but the sloping does show that it goes towards the street. I'd also be happy to talk to him about, installing a dry well in the front if there is a problem with drainage. We don't want.
Do they require
Our
it?
engineering department
Yeah.
determines that on every single property, they'll determine whether it's required or not. That's Mr. Whalen.
Okay, so
So it
our
may or
office
may
will talk
not
to
be
Mr. Whalen,
required.
and if he thinks that a dry well will be required, then
Okay.
absolutely. Additionally, I did hear that there were concerns about, a fire and the side yard setback. Like I said, if the property was zoned for an R16, which it kind of should be, or if it had if it was a 7,000 square foot lot, like an R17 normally is, then, we wouldn't be going for a variance. It would, it would meet all of the compliance, but it is a substandard lot for that zone. But for the type of zone that it is, a 5-foot setback is typical for that size lot. But I'm happy to speak to my clients regarding the dry well issues and the fence issue. I see no problem with those items.
Can you speak about the garage being fire rated? Because I'm told that it is.
Typically, they always are, but yes, hold on, I just want to look at my plans quick, give me 1 second. Yes, the garage is fire rated, so,
Can I see the plans, Michael, please?
Susan? Susan?
I want to see floor
Do you want the
plans, and I
survey?
want to see elevations and stuff. What is this? It's like, okay, but they're doing it anyway. Okay, that's good. I mean, the roof pitch could be
Yeah.
an issue, and I think it should be.
I don't believe so, no, because the...
It's too big, yeah, that's why if we could,
I'll
if we
speak to that.
say no to the roof pitch, that shrinks the house down. Yeah, and that's what we have to watch for. You see?
Yeah.
That's what's making it so big.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Michael.
Oh, while you have the plans, just one more thing.
Yeah.
I noticed she brought up a point about the driveway, there being 2 driveways. So the existing frame garage is going to be demolished, so it will just be the one proposed driveway. We
One
won't be
driveway.
keeping both.
To where the extension, no, so there's going to be a room over the garage, yes?
Yes, so there's the proposed driveway, which is in front of that. The existing asphalt driveway on the south side of the property, where the 13.2-foot setback is, will no longer be there. Because,
Okay.
and we're demolishing the garage
So
in the
now
back.
now that driveway is going to be on her side, next to her driveway?
Yes.
All right. Well, the last one did. All right.
And then with regard to the concern about it being out of character with the neighborhood, which is my main concern here, because, I mean, while it's a beautiful house, it doesn't conform with really any other house on the neighborhood. So I understand the concern. That's generally my concern when it comes to these properties. Can you say anything with regard to that?
Well, we did discuss the size of it with our client and how big it was, but truthfully, I think anything is better than what's there now. I mean, the house as it exists today is in terrible shape.
Well, you could fix it without blowing it up.
If GFA was to be reduced, is there a specific portion of the addition that the board has a problem with, or just the GFA number as a whole?
I mean, me personally, I just like for it to look like it fits in the neighborhood. I don't like these houses that come into these neighborhoods where there's capes
And
all over
the
the place.
monstrosity.
And then they blow it up, and then, where the, my main concern is, where is anyone gonna buy a house anymore that's not $1 million? You can't go to Hicksville, you can't go to Bethpage, you can't go to Syosset, and the reason why is because they're taking these capes and they're blowing them up. I don't like that. This is a neighborhood, it's a beautiful neighborhood. You can make that house very nice and keep it within the character of the neighborhood. Or you can blow it up, and the next person that's gonna buy it is gonna be some corporation that's gonna rent it. So to me, that's not what we're here for. I'm telling you right now, the way it's drawn up now, I personally am not gonna approve it, and that's the reason why. So,
Okay.
you guys can reconfigure it how you want, but make it so it looks like it belongs in that neighborhood as opposed to the biggest house on the block, and,
Okay, fair enough.
that's my concern.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is hearing number 18, Appeal 24-55, Palmer and Ram Astra at 42 Arcadia Lane, Hicksville.
I do. Good evening. Gregory Mindel, 531 Lime Rock Road, Lakeville, Connecticut. Hearing for the owner, Parmjeet and Ram Azra, of 42 Arcadia Lane, Hicksville, New York. We're here this evening requesting permission to construct a rear roofed-over patio, rear one-story addition, and to allow the existing front roof over in front of what was a Levitt carport to remain, having less than required side yard and aggregate side yard setbacks. We're not actually reducing what is currently there as side yard and aggregate side yard setbacks. We maintain a side yard setback of 7.9 feet, whereas we'd be required to maintain 8 for a reduction of 0.1 feet. The aggregate side yard setbacks currently exist at 15.8, whereas we'd be required to maintain a 20-foot aggregate side yard setback for a reduction of 4.2 feet. Together, when combined, the total lot coverage as proposed is 25.9%, so we are 0.9% over, or approximately 54 square feet. The owner, Parmjeet, just got married. His wife just moved into the house that he owns with his parents. They need the additional living space now, obviously. The proposal is to expand the rear living room, dining room area, and to add 1 bedroom. They currently have a roofed-over patio where the living room area will be expanded into. They would love to have that roofed-over patio that they use so much in their yard. That is essentially our case.
Then it meets the setbacks then, right?
Yes, we're not reducing anything. It's straight back,
Okay.
a de minimis request.
Anybody have any comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondent? Oh, you are? You want to come on up? You've sat here long enough. Come on up.
I don't have the plans. I'm sorry if I was supposed to come. Susan Spaldo. I live
Can you
at...
spell through the proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address.
Susan Spaldo. I live at 37 Arch Lane, Hicksville, New York.
Thank you.
All right. My husband and I own the property directly behind this build. Again, I don't have the plans in front of me, but right now, once we go out to our yard, we look back, and I'm afraid of how big this back is going to be. Right now, I do not see anything. They have like a porch. We have a fence there. If they start building up, I'm going to walk out and see windows looking in onto my backyard.
It's a one-story addition.
It will go up?
One story out, not up.
Okay.
And they are meeting the rear yard requirement, which means they're not coming any closer to your property than the code allows. They are coming closer with the porch, but they're not, they don't need a variance for it. Okay?
Okay.
So I think that you're going to be okay. I mean,
All
there
right.
will be some construction and there'll be some noise.
I
but-
understand that. So again, I didn't have the plans, and when we read, this is all we got. We didn't get the
Okay.
architect name.
Yeah,
So
no, it's
it
not a
sounded as if
two-story,
it
it's
was-
not a two-story
Okay.
addition.
It's not? Okay. I don't know if you have anything. All right, we're good.
We're
I'm
good?
sorry. I thought it was
No, thank you for
two-story
coming.
because if you look in that neighborhood now, they're not that big, and on corner lots, they're tearing them down, similar to what you say, and building these huge
This is what we're here for, to
mansions.
stop the McMansions.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
Have a nice night.
Thanks for coming.
This is the polar opposite.
I see that.
We are not actually extending further back, we're actually taking the existing roofed-over patio and enclosing it.
Right.
So we're
But
just
then you're gonna
straight
add a
across to
porch.
the sides,
Okay.
not coming further back.
Okay.
One story.
One
Thank you.
story. Got it. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Mindell.
Madam.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Here.
And good night. 20?
20, yes, okay. Hearing number 20, Appeal 24-87, Abdul Malik Qureshi and Masa Agashi at 12 California Street, Hicksville.
Good evening.
Spell through the proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Alina Mia, I'm the architect and applicant. And I also have with me Farah Gushi here. She is the occupant and the owner's wife.
Okay.
Can you spell her name? Farah Agushi.
That's A-R-A-H.
So we are here today requesting relief on some of the variances, mostly related to setbacks of side yards and then gross floor area and encroachments of eaves and gutters, as well as the maximum permitted building coverage. The current property is an existing 1.5-story, single-family, and it already had an existing basement. We are proposing a new second-floor addition right on top of the existing first floor. It's an R17, but it is a substandard lot, so we don't have, that's one of the issues that we're running into, meeting the setback, the side yard and front yard setbacks, but we do comply with rear yard setbacks. And the second floor is being proposed directly on top of the existing first floor, and we have done everything we can to comply with the code requirements without having to rip down the existing first floor that has been on the property since the 1930s. So just to go through some of the objections, the proposed portico and the second floor addition not meeting the average front yard setback of 22.4 feet. The portico is at 10.3 feet, and the second floor is at 19.6 feet. The second objection is the cellar entrance and the second floor not meeting the required side yard setback of 8 feet. So both of these objections is just taking the first floor walls and building up the second floor along that same walls without extending them. So we're not making the existing non-conforming condition worse. And the cellar entrance was built before I was on board, so this is something that we're looking to legalize under the amnesty program.
It says proposed.
The existing cellar entrance is already there. We're just trying to now legalize
What's in
it.
the cellar?
It's an unfinished accessory storage space.
Is there a bathroom down there?
There is no bathroom down there. It is just being used for washer, dryer, and just storage, and I also have photos of the existing cellar. They haven't even put up ceilings or walls. It's completely unfinished.
Okay.
Let me just take the photos.
Okay, oh, there you go. Looks like my basement.
And regarding the front portico that is roofed over but unenclosed, we are allowed to go encroach 6 feet into the required front yard as long as the porch is not exceeding 3 feet in height, which we are not. It's going to be about 5 or 6 inches high, and I think that it's, the proposed is 10.3 feet, only because we just don't have enough space from the existing front wall of the house that was already there. Encroachment of eaves and gutters, I have the drawings here to prove that we are not encroaching anything more than 18 inches. Most of it is 16 inches. And proposed portico, second floor addition, and existing shed exceed the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%. According to my calculations, we were 25%, but the plan examiner noted 25.41%. I think that they're including the existing shed, which is about 100 square feet, so that might be bringing it up slightly. And lastly, the gross floor area maximum permitted is 2151, 45% of the lot area. And the existing first floor is 1071 square feet, the second floor is 1080 square feet, which brings us to 2,151 square feet. In the first floor, I did account for the existing awning that is in the backyard when I did my calculations. And the attic is unfinished and it's under 6'11" from the top of the joist to the bottom of the collar ties. So I believe the attic should not be included in that calculation. So I'm not sure where this number of 3,129 square feet, even if you count the first floor vestibule or the portico, it should not go that far beyond the maximum.
When you received the rejection back from the zoning department, did you question them about it? Because I can't answer you.
Yeah, but I just checked my numbers and I couldn't come up with that.
8-foot ceilings in the basement, there you go.
Well, I did calculate the basement too, so the basement is 770 square feet. And if you count that, you're still under 3,000 square feet. So, I don't know. But we are asking, we are asking that under the amnesty program, the basement work was done prior to the law going into effect about 8 feet basement heights. So the work was already done, and the owners were always planning to put the second floor addition when that work was done, and they would not have done that work to the basement if they knew that the law would change. I also want to add that there are no prior violations or variances on this property, and it is a hardship application.
What's the hardship?
The hardship is because there is mold and leaking roof conditions on the second floor, and I have photos here of that. It is not livable, and it's causing respiratory issues to their child. And also, it's a growing family, so they're in desperate need of space, and the second floor just being like the dormer, the entire second floor is not, they can't really fully utilize it.
Michael, how many bathrooms and bedrooms in the house, please?
In terms of the house itself, what we are proposing will be perfectly fitting into the neighborhood. This property is one of the only properties on the block that is not a full two-story house, and a lot of the houses within the immediate block of this neighborhood, of this property, have been built out extensively, and I have photos here of all the houses that are in very close proximity to the house that we're proposing, and we have taken every effort to stay in line with the houses of the neighborhood using the like the siding materials and the roof materials and the colors to blend in or improve the neighborhood. There are photos of the existing and then what we are proposing as well.
5 baths and 3.5 bathrooms. I mean, it's not. Oh, God. Can I see elevations? I just want to see the elevation.
Is that, the house is on the hill?
Yeah, they're pretty big. No, I'm not worried about that. That's not even before us.
Understood, yes.
Didn't matter if they made a change to it or not, it's just anything anybody would apply after
All right, thank you.
Good.
Got it.
That was the new order.
It's just so close to the...
All right, anybody else have any comments or questions?
That's their...
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is, oh, did you want to speak? I'm sorry. Did you want to speak?
It's just,
You have to be sworn in.
I'm sorry.
Raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings,
Yes.
and your name and address, please.
Farah Gushi, 12 California.
Into the microphone, please.
I'm so short,
You can pull
sorry.
it down.
Farah Gushi, 12 California Street, Hicksville, New York, 11801.
Okay.
Just with regards to the basement, we had, and the hardship letter, I don't know if you have it in front of you. We had just moved into the house. The house was not in the best shape. We almost felt like we were lied to. The upstairs, one of the rooms was missing a closet, and we weren't aware that that's not considered a bedroom.
Correct.
So on the first rainstorm that we had, there was water coming through the windows upstairs, and there's no insulation upstairs. So it's been very difficult. We bought the house, then COVID hit, so we said, what do? We got an architect. And the architect said, there's no way you can even fix upstairs if you don't fix the basement. For us, that was a very big bump in the road, cost-wise. It's just my husband and I, and then my father got sick. So that's why we had to transition change the garage into a livable space for him. So I don't know if it seems big, but listening to what everybody else is building, for us, it's just us. But it's just been like one hit after the other with this house. I don't know if there's any questions I can answer, or?
No, I mean, it is an undersized lot, and I don't think that what you're asking for is off the charts, but we have to make sure, because it is, especially in Hicksville, become a problem where people want to build these gigantic houses, and they don't fit in with the neighborhood.
I agree with you. There's so many around us, and I was just saying, our house, I'm just asking for 2 rooms,
Yeah, no, I'm not,
and it's,
we're just doing our due diligence by
Okay.
questioning, okay?
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you.
I also have these letters from her abutting neighbors that...
Pass them up to the... Thank you. So, where was I? Correspondence.
Yes, and planning commission recommends local determination.
Motion.
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Holdover 1, Appeal 23-757, Chris Metaxas at 20 Sun Hill Drive, East Norwich.
I do. My name is Chris Metaxas. I live at 20 Sunny Hill Drive in East Norwich, and I'm here with my wife, Lori Metaxas. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Well, first of all, we're really pleased to be new residents of East Norwich. We completed the build of our house, and as of January 31st, we've moved in, and we're very happy new residents here, so really pleased with the process.
Welcome to Oyster Bay.
What's that?
Welcome to Oyster Bay.
Yeah, we're actually very excited, and we're testing every single restaurant. Really quite good. So we're very excited. We built this new house. It's a house for my wife and I to live our lives, the rest of our lives through. We built the house designed for just the two of us and the addition of friends and our grandchildren to enjoy the property as well. Additionally, we have a small little dog, and the variances that we're seeking is because we're on a corner property. We're seeking a 6-foot fence on the corner property, and that fence is offset from the property line, the front of the property, and extends around the property to maintain security and privacy. We're also seeking in the area where the property slopes significantly, where there's a considerable difference in the elevation of the property, we're seeking an 8-foot fence to not only ensure our privacy, but also the privacy of our neighbor behind us. And on the side of the fence, we're looking to provide fencing there, where we're looking to actually replace the neighbor's fence, the picket fence they have, so we can further beautify the environment, make our neighbors happy, and make sure everybody's good. So those are the first 2 variances that we're seeking. I don't know if you have any questions.
It slopes.
So the 8-foot
Is that the reason
fence-
for the 8-foot fence?
That's the reason for the 8-foot. Yeah, where the patio is, if we put a 6-foot fence, I think we have maybe 1-foot clearance of,
Could you get a letter from the neighbor that affects?
I did not, because the property behind me that it affects is a rental property, and so I did not. But all my neighbors are very, very happy. We do visit them and tell them what we're doing. We did that when we built the house. We did that as we proposed changes where we already received a variance for the patio that we put in place. And so we're highly communicative with our neighbors.
Okay.
So the 8-foot fence would actually level out to be a 6-foot fence?
That's correct.
Because of the grass.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's only in a small section. It's not completely where it provides any kind of eyesore. And actually, we're also, actually this month, We'll be planting green giant trees on the property as well to provide a natural barrier. This is...
What's green giant trees?
Arborvitae.
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought it was a new tree there.
Some guy, yeah. They grow tall, and, we feel having a natural environment is really, really important, but you need a physical barrier, especially when you have a little dog and potentially
Yes.
children who, and our neighbor behind us also has a little dog, and the only barrier between the property, because it is a rental property behind us, and the fence is decrepit that we purchased the house with, is a chicken wire fence, so we think putting in that PVC fence will provide extra surety for our neighbor as well. So, and we're looking to make those investments just to, make sure that our neighbors are accommodated, we're accommodated, and we continue to beautify the neighborhood. Okay.
Good neighbor.
Thank you.
Okay.
Calm down.
The last variance that we're seeking is for an offset on the egress window that we have in the house. I'd like to state for the record how thankful I am to one of the employees of the town of Oyster Bay, Lynn Sullivan. I was proactive in bringing my revised house plans, which included the new survey additions and everything else, to the plan in anticipation of receiving my certificate of occupancy for the property. Lynn was very perceptive and noticed that the egress well on the side of the house, instead of being two separate egress wells with the current offset that exists today, was one. The builder decided to do one, not knowing that single egress well was inspected and improved upon survey presentation by a town employee, and we continued to build our house with that egress well. Fortunately, Lynn picked up on this, knowing that we wanted to accelerate our process to get our certificate of occupancy, took it to Assistant Commissioner Zeig to be able to have that issue brought to this hearing, and I'm very, very thankful to present that to you folks as
Good.
well.
I like
So I'm
to
really
hear that.
pleased with the way I came home and like, Laura, you would not believe how efficient the town was in knocking out all the issues
You
for
got
me.
that on camera now.
Yeah, that's really good. And I wrote a letter to the commissioner and the assistant commissioner and copied Lynn as well, because I think it's important to acknowledge people who do a really good
I
job.
agree.
Yeah.
They
Thank
work
you.
very
And so I'm very
hard
thankful.
every single day.
They do.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our
Thank you very
office.
much. Everybody have a very good night.
Thank you, nice to
Thank you.
meet you. Lots of good luck.
Appreciate that.
Enjoy-
Andrew,
enjoy
are
your
you related
home.
to John Monteleone, the guitar builder?
I get that all the time.
Do you? Yeah, he's on, he's a
I'm
famous guy.
Frank and Andrew Monteleone, that's our line.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Holdover 2, Appeal 23-633, Austin Mastro, 119 East Drive, Massapequa.
Tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name, address?
Gennaro Cozzolino, 2125 Deer Park Avenue, Deer Park, New York, 11729. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, members of the board. Gennaro Cozzolino for Austin Mastro, residing at 119 East Drive, Massapequa, also known as Section 48, Block 172, Lot 459, located in the R17 zone. We're here tonight to amend the specific plan, decision number 63-555, dated November 21st, 1963. We're requesting relief from the board to construct a new 22 by 24.5 second floor addition and a rear deck. The proposed additions require variances for aggregate side yard, requesting to build at 15.53 feet from permitted 20 feet, a difference of 4.47 feet, and variance to maintain the driveway with side yard setback of 0.42 feet instead of permitted 8 feet, this difference of 7.58 feet. Proposed addition complies with all other zoning requirements, will have no significant impact to the environment, and will not affect any of the adjacent properties. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
Come up now.
Correspondence? Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Holdover 3, Appeal 23-558, Morton Village Realty, 1054 Old Country Road, Plainview.
Nobody's here for this.
evening.
Yes, I do.
Name and address.
Christina Bravin, Morano Expediting, 2938 Hempstead Turnpike, Levittown. Okay, good evening. Requesting permission to construct a 19.4-foot by 8-foot illuminated freestanding sign. An overall height of 23 feet is proposed. Maximum area of 155.2 square feet is proposed and not located along a street that provides vehicular access. So we came before the board back in November of 2022 for a sign. It was going to be located 5 feet from Old Country Road, and then when we went to pull the permit, they advised us that it was within a PSE&G easement. And the denial as well was not written as illuminated. So here we are again.
So it's illuminated.
It's illuminated, and it's replacing that decrepit sign that is in the middle of the parking lot, so that'll be the location, exactly where it is now, maybe a few inches here and
And
there.
how long, do you have any idea what time the lights, is it going to be on all night?
It's a standard timer, like it's usually like on at 5, off by 11, or even earlier than that, because most of the stores, as you know, it's been there forever.
Yeah.
It's a lot of retail, but they're not open late, so they put it on a timer.
All right. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? No, huh? All right. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Good night.
Hearing holdover 4, Appeal 23-634, Matthew Dinny at 5 Siemens Neck Road, Bethpage.
I was wondering why you were sticking around.
Again, Gennaro Cozzolino for the homeowner Matthew Dini, residing at 5 Siemens Neck Road, Bethpage, also known as Section 51, Block 464, Lot 41, located in the R17 zone. We're here tonight to amend the specific plan, decision number 14-382, dated November 6th, 2014. We're requesting relief from the board to construct a new 13.6-foot by 18.4-foot second floor rear addition and front roof over existing pavered patio. The proposed additions require variances for lot coverage, requesting to build at 29.08% from permitted 25%, a difference of 4.08%. Variance for rear yard setback, requesting to build at 20.8 feet from permitted 25 feet, a difference of 4.2 feet. The proposed front roof over requires a variance for front yard setback, requesting to build at 17.2 feet from permitted 25 feet, a difference of 7.8 feet. Variance also to maintain an existing shed with a rear yard setback of 2 feet instead of the permitted 3 feet, difference of 1 foot. Proposed addition complies with all other zoning requirements. That is it.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Nobody wishes to be heard on this application. Correspondence? Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a great
Good
evening.
night. Yes.
Yeah, you might go by sight.
She's a little girl. Is it Jack? Because this is because I think if it deceived me.
Right.
He goes, we're going to see it.
It is, it follows.
I'm like,
My son lives just before Sunrise Highway, and Caesar, and I sometimes take Caesar Neck Road from Bethpage all the way down.
I never saw that road in my life. Jack, my brother-in-law, is so funny. He goes, the church. So silly. And I'm like, wait a minute, where is that? I know where this is. I just learned about You're good. Oh, I like your shoes. They're so huge. I could never hold them on. I'm so sorry.
It's easier than you think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Well, you have good feet. Mine have been rebuilt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna be on that.
All new
I'm gonna
bones.
be in there soon, yeah. Pins and all that other fun
Oh,
stuff.
God, help me and save me. I have 4 screws, 4. 2 this way, and 2 in my heel. Crazy part is, I shouldn't even say this, but how do you get all this stuff in your foot and then your foot feels better? Because they know what they're doing.
Yeah, he just wasn't feeling it.
Never in a million years. Susan, what happened to you? Why are you hobbling? What, did you fall?
No, I didn't fall. I don't know. The meniscus, the root actually broke away from the side. Jeez.
Is this from your broken knee?
No,
It's the other foot, the other leg?
it just happened.
It's not repairable?
Wanted a whole knee replacement. I said no.
Thanks for the candy.
Yes. It really, tonight, it really did.
And you started eating it, I started.
I was like, oh,
That's the way tonight.
Susan, you already got it looked at, they already looked at
The
it,
MRI and everything.
and they have no idea how it happened. Because my sister's meniscus was just walking down the stairs, or walking down a hallway, and she was like, it was going down the stairs.
I almost fell.
It's just wear and tear, they just sometimes
Correct.
kind of wear out.
Right. But you,
It's not repairable.
no.
Can't do anything with it.
And anybody
With
that
you?
tells you,
Yeah, they want to do a full knee replacement. I said,
Susan,
Why?
anybody that,
Oh, I don't
Are you
blame- I don't-
crazy?
No,
I don't
Sue.
blame you one bit.
Why?
it's
My
the
life
best
has
thing I
changed
ever
by
did.
it.
Yeah, he's got young kids, they're probably off from school.
I'm telling you, my life is so different now.
Yes,
I am pain-free completely,
and I'm 74.
and I could do squats. I don't, but I could.
What could you do?
I could do squats.
Squats?
I was doing them.
When they go, okay, now do a squat, I go, now you push.
I mean, that's up to you, but you're gonna go the rest of your life like that?
You're too young.
You're in
And it-
agony.
I don't know while I'm working.
What?
Won't do while I'm still working.
Do it while you're working. Yeah, do it.
You would never ignore your body for work. That's crazy.
And you could go to work
For what?
after.
You see, you people trust doctors. I hate doctors. I think they're,
The last time I told the doctor I hate doctors, you know what he said?
What?
I hate patients.
he probably does, that's why.
I love my knee doctor. He's great. That's up to you, but I could see the pain you're in. Dr. Michael Kang in East Hills, right on Northern
Always
Boulevard.
good, that guy.
You could go to Connecticut.
It's really
Greenwich
good.
Hospital was like a country.
And he has a
hotel.
clinic, so you're not even
I was
going
there
into
for
a
one night.
hospital, which means you're not exposed to all the germs that are in a
I have a
hospital.
couple clients that have used him. They like him.
Yeah, I like him.
110?
What?
No.
The surgery place on 110?
No, he does it on Northern Boulevard in East Hills. He does it right behind his office, is a clinic. And I went in the morning and I came home at night.
Susan, I put it off and put it off and put it off.
It's just gonna get more
It doesn't get
miserable.
better. And then you get really old, and then you.
Because you're gonna find yourself, I'm not doing that, I don't wanna do that, I don't, want that.
I
That's
know.
not life.
You start limiting yourself.
Yeah.
Left knee or right knee, Sue?
Left.
Oh, I'd still be able to drive, it'd be
Yeah, I
fine.
can drive.
Mine was the
Mine was
right.
my right, so.
Yeah.
All right. I can't convince you.
You will. You'll do it when you can't stand it anymore.
Yeah.
It's awful. I was there. No, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. It was never fun.
I
No.
know it won't be fun.
I lived with the pain for a very long time, and my knee started to collapse, which made me knock-kneed, which I'm too vain to be knock-kneed.
That's exactly what happened to mine. Well, he said.
And if they mess it up, you can sue.
What?
That's what
She
we
just
sue.
Those
needs
are
a
doctors
new-
who hate patients,
I know,
Lois.
I know.
She just needs a new knee.
All right, when everyone's
My
ready?
daughter just collected this soon, and there's actually a fund for it, for like at
Patients who,
pharmacies where they give you the shots, like the flu shots and things, where they screw it up, and they actually have a fund, so it wasn't really a big, like, you see an attorney, they do a little paperwork, and
that's it?
they got money, yeah, because she couldn't raise her arm.
A lot of people are saying that with vaccinations, they can't move their arms again.
Well, they should get an attorney and check it out, because they're actually, it's not that difficult, so.
All right, hearing number one, appeal number 23-274. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew,
Andrew,
second. All in
second.
favor? Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number two, appeal number 24-18.
I'm fine, I'll move it.
Lois? And?
I'll second it.
Kathy, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 24-19. We had a little pushback on this one. Massapequa.
Yeah, I was okay with it. I don't think it's a big problem.
Thomas Trotta,
This didn't seem too bad.
proposed roof addition, shed, front roof over porch.
Why did the person behind them object to it? Because of rear addition.
I didn't
But they
like
didn't need to, oh, they did. No, that's the shed. All right. Okay,
I'll
it's
move
not
it.
a lot. Lois?
Yeah.
I'll second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 4, appeal number 24-29.
Okay, we can condition this, must install the back fence before construction begins.
You know, I'm concerned, if this, are we on?
Yeah.
If we condition on a fence, do they have to, does the town come out and check and make sure that the fence is on their property?
During construction, there always has to be a construction fence, but the inspectors always go out to make sure during construction that there's a construction fence.
No, I think they're talking about a regular, are you
No,
talking?
regular fence.
A regular
permanent.
fence,
They're
yeah.
asking,
The neighbor wanted,
there is no fence
The
at
neighbor wanted a
all.
regular.
Can't condition a fence.
no.
But they could
always, the neighbor could put up a fence if he really
That's what I
Well, I was
think.
gonna tell him
Can't
that.
I
go
wondered, yeah, I
Or
was
go
thinking
half,
that too.
or offer to go half.
Right.
Make
No, not
neighbors
with
do
these-
that.
You can't do any of that.
No, it's
Half is
not-
not a good idea.
If I own a fence and I take it down, and a neighbor comes and tells me I have to put the fence back up, I don't have to.
Say put it up yourself.
Exactly, you put the
Right,
fence up.
but you can
But if you go,
on your
say,
property.
if you go halfway, you can't do that, because then if somebody buys the house and takes the fence down, well, they really can't do it, because they only own half the fence.
Well,
Most
Right?
people do, most
We
people
can't get
share the
involved in
fence,
that.
yeah. But it's not our issue.
I don't think this is a horrible application.
I'm crossing it out. Mr.
I'm gonna- I
Mr.
mean,
Schumacher
I
did
don't-
say he would recommend to his client that they clean up the property. So
What kind of condition are we gonna put on here?
condition that they clean up the property.
They're gonna do construction.
I think they're in the process of cleaning it up, is what they were saying.
Yeah, there's a trailer there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move it. Anybody want to second it?
I'll second it.
Does anybody want to vote against it?
Lisa, who is going to second? No, because
All in favor?
I.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 5, appeal number 24-30.
This goes with 6 also, right?
Yes,
And
Yeah,
here,
five and six
yeah,
go together.
They did a good
nobody
presentation.
objected to this
Yeah,
either.
I
No.
mean, that area has all different size lots.
Yeah.
You know, it's not,
These are big
there's no
properties.
conformity.
Yes.
There's no- yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
beautiful. Nice block, it is.
Anybody want,
I'll
Andrew
second
will
it.
move it, Kathy will second it, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
That's for both, right?
Yes, that's for both.
That's a duo.
I haven't seen Brad Keneally in ages. Hearing number 7, appeal number 24-37, outdoor shower. I'll move that.
I'll second.
Lisa will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 24-38.
I'm fine, I'll move that.
Lois will move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 9, appeal number 24-43.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll move it.
Lois will move it.
second.
Kathy will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 24-42. I want to condition this that there'll be no,
Lighting.
can I say stanchion lighting? Like I don't want to see
No
posts.
permanent lighting.
No lighting, no light posts,
No, a stanchion
light
is,
poles?
They could put floodlights outside.
No floodlights, no lighting.
Outdoor lighting, outdoor lighting?
No light poles?
no light poles
Or
around,
secure-
around
like
sporting,
security lights,
around
you know.
sports court. They're proposing a sports court. It is to be unlit,
Okay.
so they can't play at night. Sorry. I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes
I'm
have it.
opposed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I just,
All right.
have too many.
Sorry,
I can
love.
see walls going over and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
So Lois is a no.
okay. So, I have enough then. Andrew, are you a yes?
Are we conditioning the lighting
On the
aspect?
sports court?
Condition.
I was worried about that puck going over and hitting that neighbor's property, but they didn't come in and
But you know what,
didn't
if-
say anything against it, did
If
they?
it's just a patio, I mean.
It's
and
not,
you-
it's not like ice hockey. like,
It's
it's not
because
like
they
ice
put that word
hockey.
sport. If it was
It's gonna
just a
be a ball or
patio,
whatever.
kids play there all the time.
So,
You know what I
I'm for
mean?
it.
You,
I'm
you,
okay.
you don't know if their ball's gonna go over the fence or their puck's gonna go over the fence. It's because they labeled it sport. You know what I mean?
But you're absolutely right, because the kids in the yard all the time.
It's not raised, it's ground level.
Right.
I'm okay with it.
Michael likes sports.
I want one of these.
They can put bases.
My kids played hockey in my garage, and I have hockey puck holes in all of my garage doors. I mean, holes in the walls. All right, hearing number 11, appeal number 24-46, Jacqueline Bevilacqua.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you actually close the vote on that one?
Yes, it passed with Lois as a no vote,
Okay, thank you.
okay?
Yes.
Hearing number 11, appeal number 24-46. I don't have a problem with this, I'll move this.
I'll second it.
Kathy will second it, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 24-47. I didn't have a problem with this either.
No,
It's
this is
nothing
fine.
horrible. I'll move it.
Okay.
Kathy will second it.
Yeah.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 13, appeal number 24-33.
So this driveway is fine. I was there. It's not infringing.
You want to move it?
Yes.
Lisa, you want to second it?
I'll second it.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 24-48. I think I asked for a two-piece bathroom downstairs. I mean, this is big. Does anybody want to go out and look at this? Maybe we should put it on reserve. What do you think? Yeah, let's put it on
I have
reserve.
pictures on, I mean, I
You got
don't know what
pictures?
you're really
You
gonna.
got pictures?
Yeah.
So we condition.
I'd like to see it, because
Not, no full basement, no full bathroom in the basement.
We may just put it on reserve.
Want to go see the neighborhood to read?
I kind of know the neighborhood.
Properties are large, most of the houses are set back. This is, you can move it around to see the road.
The only issue I think
On the
here
other
is
side
that
is
they
Plainview
want
Road.
to put it pretty close to the front, whereas all the rest of the houses on the block are set
So
back.
where's the house going, here?
Right there, they're gonna knock
This
that one
ranch
down.
is going, High Ranch is going down?
Right.
Roof pitch. I had a problem with the roof pitch on this, too.
Yeah, it's 412.
Yeah, let's put this on reserve. I'll go look at it. I don't like the roof pitch, and she knows it, and I'm sick and tired of her telling me, well, if I don't have the roof pitch, I gotta make it higher. And I don't know that. Hearing number 15, appeal number 24-80. What do we think about this?
Proposed dwelling, partial.
Lisa, you looked at this one?
Central Boulevard, yeah, again, you know, the house is untouched, so it was hard to envision what they are going to do.
It's an old house. Like
It's an older house.
The roof pitch was only for a partial, not the whole roof. I think I asked that question.
They said that, but it's the whole.
It's the whole roof.
Isn't this the one that was supposed to be just for the bathroom?
There were no issues with the bathroom. What was
No,
the-
is that why, I thought that's why they had it.
No, that was the first one that came up. That was the
one
first whole, the
That
first,
was number one.
that was our
that
first,
okay.
that was the amendment.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want them to try to revise the roof pitch? Try to be better?
Yeah,
Okay. Reserve,
yep.
Reserve.
change roof pitch.
Yeah, I'm trying to clamp down on that roof pitch thing a little bit, because everybody's using it to get around the height.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
All right, hearing number 16, appeal number 23-717, Bonda. This was okay. The budding neighbors are okay, I'll move it.
I'll second.
Kathy, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. On 17, appeal number 24-36, I have a problem with this roof pitch as well.
I have a problem with this house altogether.
Yeah.
I'm voting no. I
We
think it's
can-
out of character with the neighborhood. If you look on that block, there's absolutely no house that's that big.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
They're all capes.
They're all small.
I agree with you, Andrew. I think this is not a good application.
Yeah.
Denied.
Denied. I'll move it to deny. Andrew will second it. All in favor of denying this?
Deny?
Yes.
To deny.
Yes.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Yes. Okay, hearing number 18, appeal number 24-55.
I'll move this.
Andrew will move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. 19 is postponed. 20. Kind of felt bad for this lady. This is the one with the mold upstairs.
You gave a good presentation, I thought.
Yes.
Right?
They were thorough.
What do you guys think?
She's
This is
not
the one
asking
where
for a lot.
Yeah, this is the one, the basement was completely unfinished, right?
Yeah.
You got pictures?
Yes.
I actually don't have a problem with this. If you look
No.
on the block, a lot of the houses.
Are you bringing them up when you look?
Yeah, I look every time.
Because I know Rebecca does too, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, so all the houses are second storied and.
Okay.
And when I looked at the elevations, it didn't look like it was crazy.
Right.
No,
mansion.
there's-
So, I'll move this.
I'll second.
Andrew and Kathy, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. 21 is postponed. 22 is postponed. Holdover number 1, appeal number 23-757. I'll move this.
I'll second.
Kathy will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 2, appeal number 23-633. Andrew, you want to move it?
I'll second. Oh.
Okay, Lisa's going to second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 3, appeal number 23-558.
I'll move it.
Kathy will move it. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 4, appeal number 23-634. Siemens Neck Road.
So,
No, we don't have roof pitch.
why was this a holdover? What did we?
No, we didn't put this on reserve. It's just,
No, I think this is one of them,
Yeah.
that Gennaro just didn't show up for that.
all right. All right, I'll move it.
Second.
Kathy will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Which leads us to Susan's portion of the show.
Reserve decision 24-51, 26 Joseph Avenue, Bethpage. You wanted them to try to relocate the cell entrance, but the part of the cell entrance, part of the cellar is only crawl space, and the other side,
Oh.
there's just no other place to put it. He didn't love it, I guess, because it was on the side, but there is no other physical place to put it. I had them, they called and said that I had zoning look at it, and they're not lying. So, I mean, you can still deny it, but
Yeah.
they can't move it.
No, but we did request that they remove it and put in an egress window.
Yeah.
And they,
Or relocate.
and they said no to that.
Yeah. You can deny it easily. That's fine. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. I'm looking at the wrong one, Rita.
Okay.
The next one is that.
We're hearing
I
number 10.
I apologize.
That's
We're on
okay.
10.
We're on 10, yeah.
You want to start all over? Yeah, I'm sorry, what I was saying. It's still 24-51. Oh, yes. This was, I apologize. This was the daughter came in and you guys asked her to put in an egress window instead of cell entrance. I don't think she really knew what you were talking about, but
Yeah.
she just said yes to everything, but they did do it.
Oh.
They did do it. I apologize.
I like this so much better now.
They did remove
I like
the
it
cell
so much,
entrance,
I'm gonna move
And
it.
they did replace it with an egress window.
There you
I don't
have
think that she knew what you were saying, and she went back.
But
and
her
said-
architect
Yeah.
told her.
So-
All right, so I'll move it.
I'll second.
Okay.
Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved.
The next one is 24-24, Christopher Catalano. This is the one proposed cellar entrance. He didn't like the location of it, but this one, there is just no other place to put it.
All right.
Denied if you'd like, but they.
You want to move it, Lois?
Sure.
Lois and,
Kathy, you want to second it?
absolutely,
All in
yes.
favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
And
So
just two
moved.
names for the township.
That would be Lisa and Kathy.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, everybody.
Thank you.
good meeting, and thank you for everybody's input tonight. I appreciate it, really.
Yeah.
We are a team.
Sue, the only reason I might not is supposed to be a trial in Brooklyn. Well, we have enough people, right?
I do.
Is that to be here?
Good night, honey. How are those baby boys?
You know, I texted her back and I said, I'm sorry,
Wait till you see-
Rebecca, it's tough when you get to be our age.
Oh, my
I don't know how
God.
she
Wait till
went
we start
back.
thinking quick.
It's
crazy.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Good night,
Yeah,
Michael.
Right, yeah.
Go ahead, push that.
These damn They're like couches. Lois, I'm coming behind you.
Okay. I always remember because I never can get Jack with the two wives, which one?
Oh, there was a big difference.
No, you know why? They both have names of former dogs of mine.
Oh.
Howard and Toby.
I don't know, I think Jackie.
Good night, see you.
Good night, guys, thank you. I'll see everybody soon.
Feel better,
Yeah,
Susan.
thanks. Lots of
I mean, I don't,
Yeah.
yeah.
It stinks.
Yeah.
I know what that feels like.
Yeah, I tried the gel shot Tuesday, I
Yeah,
got another one this
okay.
coming.
Did it help at all?
Not, a little bit. So he's only the first one to do a series of 3, so 3 Tuesdays in a row. He said it might help a little bit, maybe to buy me some time.
He gave me cortisone.
And he